So for those of you all that don't know me, I am Ivani Dixon Powell, mother of Elicity Powell, the little girl who was found lifeless on the Iron Shore of Brac on July the 26th, 2022. I'm making this video because I've really been holding my shit together. Doing everything I can possibly do to get justice for my daughter. I am really disappointed and frustrated with the lack of effort on behalf of the RCIPS. So just to say how this all goes. Yeah, I've been very consistent with communicating with them, whether it's WhatsApp or emails. I am overwhelmed with the fact that I recently had a phone call, or actually a Zoom call, with them, stating pretty much they exhausted their resources. I gave them my word I would assist them in any way possible. This is my child. I want justice for her, and I'm not going to stop until I get it, one way or the other. I've even hired a private detective and private forensics, and they've gotten back to me with much more information than what the RCIPS have given me. And just bear in mind, like, I'm spending thousands of dollars doing this, right? And for them to tell me that they have exhausted all of their resources, and I am telling them, and I've showed them a report from the private people I have hired to look into this, since they've exhausted their resources, they're going to turn around and tell me they're going to have to look into it for to see if these people are accredited, basically, right? So what really gets me with the RCIPS through this whole investigation process is, though I've reached out and I've done my part more than probably most people would have done, and the fact that they're telling me they have to check for sources to see how accredited this company is, when you've just told me you exhausted all of your resources. I'm paying thousands of dollars to get this shit done, and you're gonna tell me that it's possibly a waste of fucking time? Don't tell me that me hiring private fucking people is a waste of fucking time. All right? This is my child. This is my blood, my belly peen. Like, you don't do that shit. You don't say that shit. And, you know, just to put it on record too, in order to get a fucking response from these people, I had to email the Honorable Franz Manderson, as well as the governor's office, to get some kind of feedback. You don't do that to someone. You don't do that to a mother. Like, I'm over here really holding my shit together, praying, being humble, following up 24/7, like I said, by WhatsApp, by emails, not getting a response, and then having to go to escalate it to that point of reaching out to government officials, and then to be told that, okay, you can have a Zoom meeting and Yeah, so to be told that you can have a Zoom meeting, and like I said, we did this Zoom meeting, and they provided me with what they want to call their results or whatever, which I told them was bullshit. Because my daughter did not drown, and for me to be able to send pictures and information, autopsy results, to a private place, private people, and for them to tell me otherwise, clearly RCIPS is not doing their job. I think it's quite evident my daughter didn't walk 1.6 miles in what would have been considered a thunderstorm that morning. Her foot bottom was fucking clean. Like, I identified her, I changed her, I dressed her. Yes, so I dressed my daughter for her funeral. I was the one to identify her. I have done it all, and nobody can even understand how I am feeling right now with having no answers whatsoever. Just them telling me, okay, well, hey, we're gonna summarize our report, we're gonna send it to the coroners, and we'll see what happens from there. My daughter was murdered, okay? I think everybody fucking knows that shit. So I'm just putting it out there that RCIPS, you only get on this shit together. And also, there's so much more to this, because there were so many things that were said about me as a mother, and a lot of you all don't even know me. My children come first. My children have always been my first priority. What RCIPS needs to tell you all was that I was attacked 2 weeks prior to my daughter's death and was threatened by someone very well known to me and someone who had access to my house. And that was just all out of jealousy. I was actually hospitalized. This person is actually in court for me and threatened to kill me or kill anyone for their sibling. So, yeah, I was threatened 2 weeks prior to my daughter's death. And the person is in court with charges for what they have done to me, for threats to kill, assault, damage to property, the whole 9 yards. And then 2 weeks later, my daughter ends up dead. So y'all put the pieces together and start making this shit look like my daughter walked out the house and like this wasn't fucking drowning or an accidental adventure or whatever you want to classify it as, because she was fucking murdered. And if you don't find a killer, then I will. And you don't want me to do that. Trust me, I've been holding it together. It's so unfortunate that so many things happen within our islands that go unsolved. And I know a lot of it is because you just have a lot of dirty fucking cops. And all the corruption is just being swept under the rug. But I will say this. My daughter is going to get justice. I will escalate things until I cannot escalate it anymore. I will go to every media outlet. I will put it on BBC News. I'll put it on CNN. I don't care where I have to go. But I'm not going to stop until Felicity gets justice. Y'all don't know what this feels like. And this is an innocent 2-year-old. A 2-year. So, I'm done being humble. I'm done being nice. I have stuck my face in the Bible for the last 8 months, praying and keeping the faith. And I'm only human. So at some point, I will start to lose the faith because I'm not getting answers. I'm not getting results. I'm not getting anything. But like I will reiterate again, my daughter will get justice. So that was my piece. It was long overdue. Like I said, I've sat here and I've been very patient. I cry every day. I pray every day. I update with her every Tuesday. I know the weeks as they cross, how many weeks it's been, how many months it's been. It doesn't get any easier. But yeah. So just putting that out there, that our RCIPS really needs to straighten up and do better when it comes to investigations and results and whatnot. At the end of the day, I really don't think that they want to find who did this, or possibly they're afraid of the person. You never know, but so much dirty shit be happening on these